to another enticing show of Talk is Cheap. My name is Giovanni Mentor and I'm your host, and we have our side analysts. We have Kile Shillingford and we have Ludolph McLaughlin. But today, once again, we bring you guys a very special guest. We have Kemar Hasfal with us today.
I wouldn't say special, but you know.
Special. Alright, so he brings us the stats with reality twist. So welcome to the show, Kemar.
Respect.
For today, I call him the Usain Bolt of statistics.
Alright. Well, hey, Ludolph, I mean,
Jamaican.
Yeah, hey.
So that's two Jamaicans up in here.
Jamaican?
Well, I don't know if the fans know we had a Jamaican attitude. But now I'm outnumbered. I don't know about this one.
Hey, you went for this time, Kyle.
Jill, you got my back.
I got you back. Alright guys, so we're moving into our first hot topic. So first hot topic number one. Will LaMarcus Aldridge be the discussion for MVP this year at the end of the season? So we're going to start it off with Kyle first. So Kyle, what you got for me?
First of all, I got to say yes.
Yes.
But thanks for our guests for coming through. Come on, Hasfal.
Right.
But Aldridge does deserve to be in the discussion for the MVP this season and last season. But you know he lucked out. But this season he's averaging 23 and 10 to start off in the first 20 games. He's leading the teams. They're 17 and 3. Come on. He got to be in the discussion now and later.
Okay,
Ludolph.
I hear what my fellow analyst is saying, and I have to agree with him again.
Back to back.
Aldridge is as long as Portland is in contention, then Aldridge is going to be motivated and he's going to play well. He's always had the potential to do these things. Portland has just never been good. He never put his full heart and effort into it. Now that they got a team, they got a chance at winning something, Aldridge is going to be there at the end of the season.
Okay.
What do you think, Kemar?
And Kemar, what you got for us?
You on the bandwagon?
Yeah, I have to disagree with these analysts. Aldridge will not be in the MVP discussion at the end of the season. Yes, he is averaging a double-double, 23 and 10. Yes, all that is dandy, but as Kyle said, it's only 20 games into the season. We have 62 games remaining. You know what things can happen in those 62 games? Last season he was averaging 21 and 8. You were saying, oh, he should have been an all-star and all of that. Yes, he should have, but not an MVP. He's not an MVP caliber player, and no, he will not be in the conversation.
Okay, coming strong on his first. Okay, so as the time was running down this week, while the Blazers played Oklahoma, we seen that after the game, the crowd was just consistently screaming MVP towards LaMarcus Aldridge. He finished the season high, 38 points, 13 rebounds with a win. All right, so I mean, to me that's pretty impressive. The team is fully focused on him and they believe in him as their leader. So that deserves MVP.
Of course, it does.
Discussion to me.
And I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Right now, they are averaging 106 points, the Blazers, to be exact.
Okay.
He is leading that team along with Damian Lillard and Wesley Matthews. Robin Lopez is now in the game, you know, with him. So that takes a little bit of toll, but Robin Lopez is not like J.J. Hickson. J.J. Hickson used to slam the boards. Now Aldridge is doing that. Now he's finally averaging a double-double in the season. He was short just 0.9 last season because he had 9.1 rebounds. So you can't tell me that he won't be in the MVP discussion because right now they're 17 and 3, leading the West, and they're 9 and 1 in the last 10 games. How can you not say he's not going to be in the discussion? How can you not say it?
All right. If you remember well last season, Mr. Mentor, the Portland Trail Blazers, they were doing pretty okay, doing well, stable. They were in the top 8 to make the playoffs. But if you want to, hold on. No, I didn't say they made the playoffs. I said they were. Close. No, they were in the top 8 and then they fell down in the gutters, of course.
Okay.
And then what you have to remember, they lost their last, I think it was 11 or 12 games. They lost their last games. So now, if you are jumping up and down over these 20 games, it's ridiculous. I'm telling you, you're going to be making.
But
what do you mean jumping up and down? He's averaging a double-double. Wasn't that you want for your big man to average?
Okay, he's averaging a double-double with 20 games. Let's see how the next 20 game goes.
Okay, we'll bring you back on the show in the next 20 games, and if we're right, then what are you going to do?
Huh?
Thank you. You have to accept You have to accept what he's doing now.
Yeah, what I'm saying right now, if I look at the stats right now, I'm gonna say yes. MVP caliber player.
Listen, Aldridge has always been around those numbers.
Yeah, all of them.
But now
they're not
he's
gonna
doing
fall
better.
off too far. Now he has more talent, better coaches. better players around him. Lillard's gonna be that backup support. He never had a second tier to him.
Yeah, he did. And Lillard came in as a rookie last year, so you can't tell me that Lillard isn't in his not his prime, but now he's already comfortable because he was rookie of the year last year.
The only reason why we're here talking about Lamarcus, because the Blazers, of course, and they're on top of the West.
But he deserves to be in that pool now.
When we talk about MVP caliber players, Mr. Mentor, we have to mention people like LeBron James.
Okay,
hold on, give me a second. You have to mention people like LeBron James.
Yes.
You have to mention Paul George, of course.
Okay.
You have to mention Kevin Durant.
Okay, that's
people who are very dominant on an everyday basis.
Chris Paul, that's 4. And now there's Aldridge, 5.
No, he won't be. He won't be
Aldridge. With the team.
Right now, they have the best record in the West. So they have their second in the whole league behind the Pacers. So technically, right now, the MVP usually the MVP goes to the best player on the best team. So that would be Paul George right now.
Yeah,
but right after him is Aldridge.
But what you're telling me is everything that you're saying is right now. The topic is at the end of the season.
Okay,
but see what I've seen. Hold on. See what I've seen from the Portland Trail Blazers. They won't be the same.
You don't like Portland. You don't like Portland.
It's a different
team.
You think
Portland's gonna fall
off? Of course they'll fall off.
They're gonna fall off from the season.
They might finish 7th, 8th.
No, I think top 5.
No.
Guess what?
Ridiculous.
Right now they're in a position to take it. Not in the West, as in take the #1 spot. But right now they're gonna be challenging Spurs, OKC, Houston, and maybe Golden State. So they're right behind that. And right now, like I mentioned, Lillard was a rookie last year. Now he's set. He's comfortable. Wesley Matthews is set. He's comfortable. Nicholas Batum, he's set. He's comfortable.
They have hustle players.
Left.
Look, Mo Williams is coming off the bench. They don't even have their first-round draft pick. He hasn't played yet. CJ McCollum, he's not even been able to play a game yet.
So they're comfortable as a team now.
And they're going to get better.
What I'm saying, we're in the month of December. We have to wait until the All-Star break, then we start breaking down things in their proper context.
But did you say he should have been an All-Star last year?
Of course he should have been.
So don't you think that he's better than he was last year?
No.
Yes.
No, he's not. It's just showing up more now. He has to do more things. And as you rightly said, he's more motivated.
Okay, guys, so we're moving into hot topic number 2. And this one is going to be very interesting. Alright, so with Carmelo taking less shots, will this help the Knicks or will this take him out of his comfort zone? So since we started off with you, Kyle, first, actually I want to start off with our wonderful guest, Kemar. What are you thinking?
If it would help the Knicks, I really think it would help the Knicks. I don't think it would take him out of his comfort zone. But you have to understand, if you're a superstar in the NBA, you have to be able to change your game a little to accommodate others. But you'll see what I have to say.
Okay. I also agree that what Kemar said is correct. Melo has to do something to boost his teammates. Sure, he's gonna get his numbers. That's automatic. He's done it for over 10 years in the league right now. So he has to find a way to make that team get better. He has to make some type of change, whether it's shooting less, working on his game to make better passes, whatever he needs to do, he needs to make a change.
Okay. Alright, I agree with either or. It's going to help the Knicks, and it's going to take him out of his comfort zone. But I feel it's going to take him out of his comfort zone more. Why? Because it's like talking to somebody that smokes. You know, he's an addict.
Here we go with these allergies. Okay.
He's an addict.
All right.
Right now, all Carmelo wants to do is score. In his past 2 games, he did improve, and shooting more on a 60% or higher from the field goal. But he's going to want to go back to those 30 games because guess what? That kind of play is going to take him out of MVP contentions. And I think Carmelo looks more for MVP than Finals.
Calling him out. Big time.
Carmelo is calling you out.
Alright guys, so technically we're looking at Carmelo. And when we hear Carmelo, the first thing you think is shoot first, ask questions later. Right? That is the definition of who Carmelo is right now when we look at him as an NBA star. But his tactic technically, like he was saying, is he's going to take less shots. But what has that proven? The past 2 games, they've not only beaten their competitors, but they've outscored them. Okay? So looking into that, I mean, is this strategy something that's eventually going to help the team win more games?
I actually think that this strategy is going to help them win more games. They have to make they have to make some change, and it has to start with Carmelo. Listen, last year he averaged 22.2 shots per game. It's down this year to 20.9, and they're doing worse. I know that seems kind of condescending as to saying they're making less shots. He's taking less shots and they're losing less games. But when he's on the court, they are -3 plus-minus differential. That means that when their star players on the court, their team is losing. So they cannot keep that.
Okay.
Star players like Paul George and
Yes,
Kevin
yes.
Love, they all average +9.
Yes, understand, right? This new Carmelo, I love him. I love him. But he's not going to let me love him for the whole season. He's not. Because right now, he's taking less shots. He was 8 for 12, and then he was 6 for 10. That's above 60%.
That's good. That's great.
Right? And the last 3 games before that, he was shooting terrible. He averaged, what, 24 games? Understand?
He can get
right?
streaky.
But Carmelo's going to go back to that. He is, because that's like telling a smoker to stop smoking.
No,
He's going to stop for 2 weeks.
But when a smoker gets something in front of him that he wants, he's gonna stop smoking.
What smoking you know that
listen,
is?
listen. If they're gonna get a job or something, they're gonna get a nicotine patch to slap it on there ready. But look, listen. If the Knicks start winning games, Carmelo's gonna do whatever it takes, whatever changes he has to do to win. He's been a winner before.
Look what Kobe did last year. Look what Kobe did last year. Kobe turned into an assist machine.
Okay.
But what happened? He went back to old Kobe because he realized it wasn't enough in the late last year.
They needed more at that time.
Yeah,
they
but
had
he
injuries
stopped.
late in the
But
end
he
of the
stopped.
season.
He stopped. Why?
So he had injuries late in the
But when Kobe
season,
did that, did that help
more
improve the
players.
team?
Yes, but you got to consistently do that though. And Kobe is not gonna want to always pass first. You know Kobe. Kobe last year wanted to kill, and Melo has that same mentality.
Yeah, Melo. Carmelo does have that killer instinct. He does have it. But what I'm saying is, I believe if you're a superstar in the NBA, you have to be able to change your game to accommodate others. Hold on.
You're right.
In terms of what you're saying, Carmelo, when he's, as Ludolph says, he's streaky, and also he takes low percentage shots. Carmelo will take some shots when there are 4 people in his face like this.
Yes, and he's changing that. But you have to understand, right? When he starts to do that new Carmelo, get into that new system, what happens if the Knicks don't make no shots? What's Carmelo gonna do? He's gonna go back to him all the time.
He has to. Of course. That's his problem.
But the Knicks are streaky as well. So if that's gonna put Carmelo in a hole, then he's not gonna always want to do that every game.
He's not gonna have to do it every game. If they get some support and some help for him, he's.
But guess what?
But right now he does need
but
that.
this is not the real test.
You see when they played against. You see when they played against the Nets. How many threes they had?
Like I said,
true. When they're hot like that, they don't score.
Listen. This is not the real test yet. They played who? The last 2 games they won, they played Orlando Magic and they played the Knicks. When they play OKC and Carmelo, the Nets, you're right. When they play OKC or when they play Houston or when they play Miami,
if those games,
but when Carmelo can't do that, then he won't do that because he's gonna need to shoot. Because OKC, thank you. This is a team
they're
that
not on that level. They're not on that level.
Okay, guys. All right. So, hey, guys, you heard it first here. Like we're hearing here, Carmelo. What is it gonna be?
Carmelo,
taking less
step
shots?
up, man.
Oh, step up. How's he gonna step up? We're trying to actually want him to step down.
This is not
step down.
Step up. The step up.
Keep
step
scoring.
Down. Step
But
up.
pass the ball.
And guess what?
Help
the
your
Knicks
teammates.
are in trouble. Like I said.
The Knicks. Okay, that's another hot topic for you guys.
They're
For
right
next
there.
time,
They're
okay?
right there.
The Knicks are not in
Right
trouble.
there.
The Knicks are not in trouble.
There's only 3 teams
They're like
in the
3 games
East
out.
over 500.
Only 3 teams.
Alright guys, so we're bringing you the famous Stat Cruncher, and this week's Stat Cruncher is Kevin Durant. Alright? But check it out, this is what Kevin Durant did against the Minnesota Timberwolves and with their win 113 to 103. 32 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists, 4 steals and 4 blocks.
Not to mention 66.7 shooting.
So technically, he killed it this week, and he's carrying the team like tremendously. And I mean, what do you guys have to say?
Big ups to KD.
Like KD is just like impressive, and I feel he's more comfortable and he's happy now that Westbrook's back. You know, because he had yes, he took on a lot of toll because Westbrook was out and he had to be the facilitator, which he is not. He can't be that. Because guess what?
He's improving.
But he's a shooter, a natural scorer, nothing but that.
As Ludolph said, big up to Kevin Durant, but I need to see him step up when it matters most. Yes, you know.
But
Okay.
KD continues to fill that stat sheet, and I love when you play with Westbrook. I just love it when you play with Westbrook because you
That's
feel
not what
comfortable.
you used to say.
Yeah, okay, but now he looks like he missed Westbrook.
Of course.
That's Westbrook.
In the Memphis series, of course.
Okay, so I have to state what's true. Before him
But
and
you admit
Westbrook,
that you were wrong before.
no, him and Westbrook doesn't go together. They won't go together to win a championship.
So how
They
do they
wouldn't.
go together now if they need each other to win games?
Okay, to win games, not to win championships.
Did they
I'm talking about the
been to the
game.
finals
You
before?
want to bring in
You wanna throw
the
in
finals
the-
and everything.
the
I know
finals
they can't win the
into it.
finals together. They can.
But they
But I'm
can't
talking
win
about
the-
this game.
They have potential
They
to.
can't. Potential doesn't win championships. What wins championships?
They have everything
Wins
they need.
win championships.
They just need
All right.
surrounding pieces.
That's actually an interesting topic we could bring up. Can those two be that contending duo
The
for a
answer
final?
is yes.
The answer is yes.
Answer is yes.
All right, guys. Well, you heard it here. The stat cruncher this week is Kevin Durant. All right, guys. You know what time it is. It's time for our infamous "Give Me Some." So, Ludolph, give me some.
Alright, I'm gonna give y'all some this week. I'm gonna start off my gimme sums with Kevin Garnett, the big ticket, the future Hall of Famer. Kevin Garnett, where have you been this year? The Nets are struggling, you're struggling. I don't know where it is. He used to bring the intensity, the leadership, and none of those things are even there. They brought him in there to be an intimidator. He's not intimidating everything. He's having career lows and everything. Kevin Garnett, give me some.
That big ticket is sold out.
Alright, my last give me some is gonna be the Eastern Conference teams. The whole Eastern Conference, only 3 teams are above 500. The West has 11. For the past few years, the East has always been behind the West, but they haven't been catching up. They're getting worse and worse.
But who's
So I don't know.
Yeah,
They've been winning the championships. I give them that, but the rest of the teams ain't doing nothing. They're one team conference. So come on, East Coast, give me some.
Hey, you called out the whole East Coast, like not even one player, one country, the whole thing. Woo. All right, so
All right. My first give me some, as Ludolph said, is Kevin Garnett. You come to the Nets, you know, Jason Kidd, new coach and all. We were looking up to Kevin Garnett, you know, give us some leadership, some direction.
I don't know where was it? Where's it been?
You know, you motivate the guys in the locker room, but you ain't doing nothing. You averaging what? 6.5 points per game. That's correct. Kevin Garnett.
KG couldn't even get into Jason Kidd's space when they tried to cheat to win.
Yeah.
that was
He got punked by Andre Bagnani the other day. But
Yeah.
Andre Bagnani got kicked out.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
it, you know. So
Kevin Garnett, give me some.
okay.
My last give me some. I have a problem with this guy.
Who is it?
J.R. Smith. You have to give me some. In the off season, you were running your big mouth.
Where did
Oh,
he go?
the Knicks are going to win a championship for sure. The Knicks this, the Knicks that. First of all, you got suspended for banned substance, and then now you come in. What you averaging right now? 11.8 points, 4.8 rebounds, 1.8 assists. Atrocious. J.R. Smith, you gotta give me some. For the reigning six man, you gotta give me some.
That was a good give me some. That was a good give me some. All right, Kyle, you got to finish starting here. What's
my
the
give me some. My first one is a point guard from Houston, Patrick Beverly.
Okay.
Why he needs to give me some? Right now he's averaging 8.4 and 8.4 points, 2.4 assists. Right now he's taking the role as a starter. 34.8 minutes in the last 5 games. He's now taking the role of Jeremy Lin. If you want to get that starting position from Kevin McHale, the coach, when Jeremy Lin comes back, I'm going to need you to give me like 12 points, 5 assists at least. I know James Harden is a ball hog, but if he's going to be the facilitator, then you got to knock down shots. You're shooting 37 from the field in the last 5 games.
That's wild.
Come on, if you want the starting position when Jeremy Lin comes back, because Jeremy Lin averaged, 15 a game in 30 minutes. So he's doing it with less minutes. So I'm going to need you to rev it up because Jeremy Lin is coming back.
Okay.
And you don't want that. So Patrick Beverly, give me some. My last give me some, I'm sticking on the point guards today.
Okay.
You know, because Ludolph took the whole East Coast. So I'm sticking on the West.
Okay.
Is Ricky Rubio. Why?
Really?
When we talked about the Timberwolves, they were on top of the West. Not on top, but they was 4th, 5th. Now they're out. They're probably like 10, 11. Why?
It's at 8 right now.
No, they passed it. I
It's
checked it today. They passed it. Don't debate with me, boy.
It's 8 right now.
So,
It's 8 right now.
to me, the cause of that is Ricky Rubio. The last 5 games, he's averaging 8 points, 8 assists. That can't work with me. You need to get in double figures in both categories.
Right.
Both. Because guess what? And he's also shooting 36 from the field.
Terrible.
36 from the field. I know he's not a shoot first guy, but give me like 12 points. I'm not asking for too much. 12 points. And be one of the elite point guards. There's Chris Paul, who's averaging a double-double, who's double digits in assists. You also got Jeff Teague. Come on, you got Russell Westbrook. You need to be in the contention for one of the best guards. But right now, you're out of it. I understand that the Wolves are stacked with a lot of shooters. Kevin Love, Kevin Martin. But Ricky Rubio, I'm going to need you to get back. And come on, the Wolves are lost the last 6 out of 8 games. So Ricky Rubio, give me some.
Alright guys, so once again, this is the time that you guys hate the most, but we have to end the show. And I just want to say, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope you guys enjoyed the Statcruncher, the Give Me Somes. Man, the whole entire, wow. Alright, so once again guys, make sure you check us out on Facebook, check us out on our Instagram, and also on our YouTube page. And I hope you guys really enjoyed the show. But Kemar, you have any final words you want to share with our audience?
No, we just want to thank Kile, Ludolph, and Gia for having me on the show,
No problem.
We have to teach them a few.
The Jamaican Alliance.
Big up all Jamaicans, they don't know 876.
Here we go. But I have to have my final word,
Okay.
I don't know, but somehow the Knicks are in trouble.
The Knicks are in trouble. Maybe that could be the next topic.
Vic had that, and I was right because come on.
I guarantee you the Knicks will make the playoffs. So how about that?
Ooh,
Okay.
I'm ready to put in on
If
that.
the Knicks make the playoffs, I'll do 50 push-ups on top of this shit.
50 push-ups.
If they don't, you do 50.
Man push-ups, not that women push-ups.
Between me and Kemar.
Okay.
Come on.
Alright guys, you heard that bet. Alright guys, so good night, enjoy your break, and we'll see you next time.